Is your boy West Coast, and we are live. We should be live on YouTube right now. As soon as I get the alert that we live on Facebook, I'll go ahead and start it up on Instagram. But what's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast. We out here. All right, we up. Let's go. So yo, man, it is your boy West Coast. You know, there's been 1,000 million rumors going around right now, but as of right now, we don't have any updated information as far as what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott and his newest deal. Only thing that we do know is that his team, and not just Ezekiel Elliott, but his team of, management, it means his attorney, his lawyer, they have all come back to Dallas. So they're sitting down at the table and they're definitely chopping it up and they screwing it and they talking big numbers and big talk. And Jerry's probably grinning. And Zeke is probably grinning. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, man. Get your Zeke jerseys out, man. If they ain't already been out, go ahead and get them out. And most importantly, man, I feel like I need to say this for somebody. Somebody out there, before this deal gets done, needs to go on all social media platforms and you need to delete all the negativism and all that negative bourgeoisie. We ain't gonna call it BS because we got kids watching. We gonna call it some bourgeoisie. I need you to delete all that bourgeoisie off the internet. Why? Because Zeke is about to be back. You know what I'm saying? So all those, we gonna talk about them folks right now. Why? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. For all my folks that held it tight, man, this is your moment in the sun. You wanna know why? Because as soon as Zeke signs, it's going to be business. It's going to be back to business. So I'm making this video right now for all them haters, man. For all those folks out there that's for the last, 3 months been eating all this crap. And honestly, I'm not even going to say haters, man, because I'm not going to call you a hater because you're a Cowboy fan. But what I'm going to say is, man, this should be a lesson to a lot of you guys as far as what you should be listening to and what you should not be listening to when it comes to social media. And the reason I say that is because this, right? Every narrative that the Dallas Cowboys put out there, I don't know why this phone is being so light. Let me see if I can turn it up. All right, it is up. All right. Every narrative that the Dallas Cowboys have tried to put out there and push about their salary cap and what they're able to do and what they're not able to do, guess what? All of it's they're going against all of it. Remember we don't have the money. We don't have the money to sign Ezekiel Elliott. If we sign Ezekiel Elliott, then guess what? We're losing Jalen Smith. Well, guess what? Jalen Smith got signed. You know what I'm saying? If we do this, if we move this, if we sign D-Law, then guess what? We're gonna lose Zeke. Well, guess what? Zeke about to get signed. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say it is uber important for like independent blog. I'm trying to see if I can get some stuff. Independent bloggers is definitely, don't get me wrong, follow your mainstreams. Why? Because they do have the sources, right? But at the same time, make sure you are adamantly following the independents. Why? Because we don't have anything tied to this. So there's always going to be an onus to give you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that on Facebook. I have no clue how many people's watching on Instagram or on YouTube or Facebook because I can't see the comments, but I know you guys rocking with me. But yo, As of right now, the Dallas Cowboys are in negotiations trying to get Ezekiel Elliott signed. We all know that he hasn't been signed yet because if he did get signed, the whole internet would be broken right now. But just know that Ezekiel Elliott is about to be signed. So I just wanted to get on here real quick. I'm actually at I'm at a summit. I'm at a 2-day summit and trying to get some extra certifications. You always do good with some extra certifications. But I just wanted to jump on here right between, because I just feel that there's somebody out there, and it might be you watching right now. Somebody out there needs to go on their social media, go in them Cowboy groups, go in them, and delete all that crap. You want to know why? Because none of it was true. All that, remember, Jerry Jones has put his foot down and he's not moving it. Well, guess what? Obviously, he did not. All that, Zeke who? We're okay with having Ezekiel Elliott come back around. All that stuff was not true. All that stuff was not true. You know what, man? Man, y'all think I'm playing, man. God damn, y'all think I'm playing, man. Some of y'all know who I am, man. It's the original hot boy, huh? You know what I'm saying? Hey, go on your social medias. Go on there right now and just delete all that stuff. Because none of it was true. None of it was true. I love Tony P. I do. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I hate the way the Dallas Cowboys used him. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they basically used him kind of like as a pawn to try to spear somebody else. And you know what I like about Tony P that actually made me like him even more? Is even though Tony P, and he a human, so he know he was being used, but even though he knew he was being used, the boy still went out there and tried to compete. So guess what? You know what that did? That showed me something about Tony P. That showed me something about Tony P. I'm like, God dang, like, you got to remember, there was a report put out that Ezekiel Elliott had all the running backs over to his house before they went to training camp. That's that weekend. What do you guys think they talked about? Zeke probably told him, like, yo, they about to railroad me. They about to try to slime me down. They about to call me every name except for a child of God, as my mom would say. Y'all just stay strong and guess what? The running backs line out there and play well. So, yo, man, if you held tight this whole time, congratulations to you, man. Congratulations. Hey, if you was one of them folks that was believing the Jerry Jones, if you was drinking the Jerry Jones Kool-Aid, guess what? It's okay. We family. We family. We gonna smack you in the back of the head and say, why, you know what I'm talking about? Like, why would you do that? But we still family. And since we family, we gonna forgive you. But I need you to go on the internet. I need you to do it right now. Go on the internet. You know that post I'm talking about. You know that post you made. You know that post you made. Go ahead in that Cowboy group. Go ahead, because I know some Cowboy groups. Go ahead and delete it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if it deleted, it never happened. Remember? Hey, man. I'm gonna let you guys know this before I get up out of here, man. There are gonna be more situations. There are gonna be more situations that are gonna happen with the Dallas Cowboys. You wanna know why? Because this is how we do business, guys. Like, this is how we do business. And to be honest with you, we're still not done. We still have a quarterback that needs to get paid. Think about this. Jacoby Brissett, regardless of what he took, Jacoby Brissett, who has never been a starting quarterback for a full year in the NFL, just got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what message are you sending to your quarterback when you have signed pretty much your offensive tackle, you signed a linebacker, you signed a running back, you've signed a defensive end, but you still have not signed your quarterback? And I'm going to be honest with you. Zeke is going to have his responsibilities and he's going to have his pressures, but nobody's going to have pressures like the quarterback of America's team. So I'm going to be honest with you to know all that aggression that we had, all that the momentum that we had in getting Zeke paid, because I'm going to tell you guys, if you was on the right side of history this entire time and you held tight, you held it down, you know what I'm saying? You didn't fold or fake or float like the wind, get blown back and forth, then guess what? Congratulations, you was on the right side of history. Now you need to take that same momentum, that same aggression, and we need to get our quarterback paid. Why? Because he is better than Carson Wentz. Period. Can't nobody you cannot find one stat that tells me that my quarterback is not better than Carson Wentz. And let's just think about this, head-to-head battles. I mean, when they actually play, Dak is 3-1 against Carson Wentz. Think about this. Zeke is 4-0 against Carson Wentz. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles have never even beat Ezekiel Elliott. Never. Think about that. Think about that. Since the Eagles have come into since Ezekiel Elliott has come into the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles have won a Super Bowl and never beat Ezekiel Elliott. That is how, like, I know I'm bumping up, I go back and forth, but yo, I just want y'all to just kind of like stop for a minute and just think about that. Just bring that in. You know what I'm talking about? Just bring that in. I want you to bring it into your mind. Let it marinate. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in Texas, I saw that they like to marinate their meat out there. And I think that's a lot of reason why their food tastes better out there in Texas too. In California, I ain't gonna lie, we microwave mentality. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Wait, my wife can cook though, but I'm just saying that's a lot of microwave mentality out here. But yo, you know what I'm saying? I want you to bring this thought in and let it marinate on your soul. You know what I'm talking about? Like my boy Country Wayne, let it like pop like fish grease. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I need you to do, right? Think about this. The Philadelphia Eagles have won a Super Bowl. Something they thought was never imaginable. I never thought it would be imaginable. But they have never beat Ezekiel Elliott. Isn't that amazing? Like, let that just sit on your soul for a minute. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. That's, like my grandma said, that's crazier than cat piss. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, we need to take this same momentum that we had. We need to have this. We need to take, hey, let it marinate like neck bone juice. You know Country Wayne. He a Cowboy fan too. Diehard Cowboy fan. But yo, I need you guys to take the same momentum that we took into getting Ezekiel Elliott paid, and we need to get our quarterback paid, man. Like, we need to get our quarterback paid. They need to get this thing done, man. Dak should not be going into the season thinking that he's the only one undervalued. Guess what? If we're going to give Ezekiel Elliott those credits for those division titles, you got to give your quarterback that same opportunity. Pay this man. Pay this man. Pay this man. And I'm going to tell you guys like this. Yes, no quarterback. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the only quarterback, in my opinion, that deserved to have $40 million right now is Tom Brady. But I will say this. If you beat a man 3 out of 4, you play him 4 times, and you beat him 3 out of 1 times, yeah, you should make more money than that guy. You should definitely make more money than that guy. And then my question is this. If you're looking at Jerry Jones and you look Jerry Jones in his face and you ask him, Jerry Jones, do you believe that Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm under the impression that he's probably gonna say yes. I'm under the impression that he's probably gonna say yes. So Zeke about to get paid. We already know what it is. I know y'all just really want to just know the date. I mean, the exact moment when it happens, but they're not gonna release that until it's released. But we know it's gonna happen. So I mean, with knowing that it's gonna happen, I think we should just we can kind of calm down a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Christmas is going to come. So since we know it's going to come, we can kind of you can kind of get off the ledge a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But the next thing I think we need to do is focus on getting our quarterback signed, man. We need to get Dak signed, man. Give him that same confidence that we gave Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? Give him that same confidence that D-Law. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? What's wrong with paying your best players? When did paying your best players ever become wrong? Like, I can see if we're paying guys who are like subsidiary players, like, you know, B and C players, but there should never be a rule or never be a mindset of paying your best players, especially when you draft them. Because when you drafted Ezekiel Elliott at 4th overall, what did you think he was going to be? Were you drafting him just so that he could be like a top 10 running back? I think we would have all looked at that and would have been like, yeah, that was a waste of a pick. At 4, and he's a top 10? No, bruh. If I'm drafting someone at 4, I'm drafting a guy that's going to have the opportunity to be the best running back in the NFL. Okay, well, if he ends up being that guy, how do you compensate for that? What do? You got to pay him. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay him. Willie says you need to pay the front line, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Everybody on our offensive line is paid. Colin, well, it's just Tank, not Tank, but Lord forgive me. What's the boy name? T. Smith. T. Smith got 3 on his contract. Connor got 3 on his contract. Fredericks got like 3 left on his contract. Zach got like 4 left on his contract. And then Lyle just picked up 5. So Zeke gonna have the same offensive line at least 3 more years. And then think about this. If you have an offensive line, like think about this, our offensive line, each one of our offensive linemen is top 3. No, actually, I was like this because T. Smith is 4th, I think 5th now. But this is still an accurate stat. 4 out of our 5 offensive linemen are top 5 paid at their position. Think about that. Think about that. I'm going to say that one more time. 4 out of our 5 offensive line are currently top 5 paid at their position. And 2 of them are like, well, one of them is the highest paid. What do you think you're doing with that? You're paying for that so you can run the ball, man. You're paying for that so that you can run the ball. So guess what? Run the ball, protect the quarterback, and let them hot boys do what they do, man. Look at this. Y'all don't know if y'all wouldn't follow me back then. Don't trip. So y'all probably don't know, but I got this hat signed at the Rams game. All the hot boys. My boy, shout out to my boy my boy Ross, hot boy Ross. You know, he showed me a lot of love. So we went inside the family area. After the Rams game. I almost wanted to cry with. You know what I'm saying? All the hot boys signed it for me. So it's my lucky hat, man. Got my lucky hat on for the day, man. Like, we got to do this, man. Get Zeke taken care of, and then we can at least, like, because right now, bro, like I'm going to just be honest with you guys. Let's just be real. Like, if you had to look at your Cowboy meter, your Cowboy odometer, let's just say it like that, your Cowboy odometer, like right now, realistically, I think we're at 70% focused on football and 30% focused on other things. And I'm telling you guys, going into this game, we need to be 100% focused on freaking football, because the New York Giants are focused they're Giant, I don't know what they call it, but their meter is probably at 100%. We need to be able to get Zeke done so we can start moving on and focusing about actual football. Like, to be honest with you, I stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning last night watching the Giants preseason games. I was just basically looking for the starters, but that preseason game number 3, I was well, all right, Smeeze, you have a good day. I'm about to get back in this meeting, this goddamn training too. But I stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning watching the video and looking over these guys, just kind of like forcing myself to stop thinking about Zeke and all this contract stuff. Because, man, the worst thing that you want to be doing is waking up on Sunday talking about is Zeke getting paid or is Dak getting paid. Like, that's too late. We too late in the game by then. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying right now we need to get Zeke, get this stuff taken care of, so that we can switch on to different subjects and get that Cowboy odometer up to like 80%, 90%, as close to 100% just thinking about football as possible. Because that's all we should be talking about right now is football. Like, I should be on here talking about number 22. Like, I know everybody wants to talk about Saquon Barkley, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, number 22 on the Giants is a fool. And when Saquon Barkley ain't doing his thing, 22 is going to come in and make some noise. So y'all be on the lookout for him. 22 is a fool. That young man can run the rock. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just little nuanced stuff like that. Why? Because Saquon go out for a breather, they bring him in, man. People just be thinking we got a breather, and he start busting all on our, you know what I'm talking about? But the hot boys ain't gonna let that happen. Nah. I'm tripping. Let me slap myself. There we go. Hey, man, you already know what it is. Never look down because the star's up. Peace.